So does Joanna Stone after the javelin this morning. To take us through the qualifying, here's David Culbert.
Women's javelin throw competition. This is the qualifying round. He's one of the favourites, Hattestad from Norway. 62.50 is the automatic qualifying distance, and Hattestad goes well over that. So she is the world leader this year. And the favourite has no problems qualifying for the javelin final. World champion in 93 and 66 metres 12. So an outstanding throw for Hattestad. Well, here's Joanna Stone, who was 5th in Gothenburg. Didn't qualify for the final in Atlanta, so the qualifying round important for her. This is her first throw. 62.50 she needs, and it's in the air for a long time, and that's a massive throw. Well, 66.48 is her personal best, which was set recently in Hungary. And a great shot. Really anchored that lead leg, and this is a massive throw. And on the strength of Hattestad 66.12, you'd think this is going to be very close to her personal best. She likes it, she claps. Great shot of her on the big screen in the background. So Joanna Stone, 67.72. It's a personal best, and she leads the qualifying here in the javelin.
Well, you just said you've been keyed up for today's qualifying, and it didn't take you long at all, did it?
No, first round I was thrilled. Like, it was so important to me to qualify today. So first round throw, yeah, 67. I'm really, really pleased.
And a personal best by over a metre.
Yeah, just over a metre actually. It was 66.44, which I threw in Hungary a couple of weeks ago, and 67.72 I think it was today. So that's wonderful. Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Now, you're not looking at any of your opposition. We were just talking here, what were the other good throws today? And you said, I really don't know.
Yeah, the only throw I knew of was Trine Hattestad, who's the world leader at the moment. She threw 60, just over 66 in her qualifying in the round A, and I heard that while I was warming up. So, you know, I knew she was in some good form.
You're at the Worlds. Did you think you'd need a personal best?
Not for qualifying, no. I mean, it was... After Atlanta, I really needed to qualify today, and the qualifying mark, the automatic qualifying mark was 62.50, so, you know, 62.51 would have been great.
You had your excuses in Atlanta, though, didn't you?
No, no excuses. There's never any excuses. No, I had a few injuries, but, you know, I was fine on the day. I just didn't work out. Like, I don't know what happened in Atlanta, but that's a closed chapter now. This is a new one, and yeah, I'm looking towards the final on Saturday.
So what an uplifting story for Australia. Joanna Stone and before her, Melinda Gainsford-Taylor leading the qualifiers in their respective athletics in Athens. Very warm conditions. There's Teki on the big screen, but it's the javelin we're most interested in here. Menendez of Cuba about to have the first throw in the final. Australia's Joanna Stone is 10th on the order. There are 12 women in the final. Hattestad may be the favourite here from Norway, though Stone had a tremendous performance in the qualifying. That's around about 64, something like that. Her best this year is 66.92. So, Dave...
It's pretty tight. We go back to the javelin, and this is Bissay, the Cuban. And that is around the same distance as Menendez.
Menendez leading with 63.76. No throw for Shikolenko. And the Lithuanian 56.80, so nothing special yet.
Cubans have had some great javelin throwers over the year. I think they won the Olympics in 1980.
They've done very well. Eve was a great thrower for her. One of the favourites, if not the outright favourite, comes up next, Hattestad of Norway.
Always pulls out a fantastic throw at the Oslo Grand Prix meet with her home crowd.
World champion in 1993. The mother has a record of underachieving in finals in the past, but become more solid recently.
It's very difficult, this event, if you start to get too tense and a little bit uptight, because it does rely upon being relaxed with a long arm.
So here's Hattestad in the first round. The main competition of Joanna Stone, and that is around 65. In fact, it's not. It's around 70.
69, I reckon, Dave. Something like that. Bissay's throw was 63.80 previously.
So Hattestad has opened up this competition in fine style. The Olympic bronze medalist. It was quite flat, and I wasn't quite sure exactly how far it was going to be, which is why I said 65 metres.
It did tend to sail along.
68.78, so that's a big throw for Hattestad.
Okay, Hattestad 68.78. Let's go to the second heat of the 4x100. Almost.
Imagine the excitement as we go from one Greek to the other. This is Manjani Tazeli. Imagine the excitement if Zanthau is on the runway in the last jump of the long jump competition and she's a centimetre behind. We'll look forward to that. So this is Manjani Tazeli, who threw a personal best in the qualifying round, and Joanna Stone is up next. And that is over 60 metres. Competed for Albania in the last World Championships and then married a Greek and took up citizenship. So the former Albanian, and a high quality competition already here with 6 competitors over 60 metres. And Joanna Stone, the Australian who threw a personal best, is up next. And Stone, if we go back to 1995, she finished 5th in the World Championships. She threw a personal best, and she threw 5 personal bests in a row in Europe. And so far in Europe this year, she's thrown 2 personal bests in a row. As we see the Aussie flag in the background. And 67.72, she improved her personal best to in the qualifying round. But she's got new territory to find here with 68.78, the leading throw from Hattestad. So first round for the Australian Joanna Stone. And that is just short of the 65-metre mark. So that's a good opening round throw for Stone.
She could well move into second position here. Second place is 64.30, Damaske of Germany. So watch for that. 64.30 the key here for Stone. And that's right there, I reckon. So Hattestad with 68.78.
Good start for Joanna.
We'll get 64.68. She moves into second place. So Joanna Stone in second place, early days in the final of the women's javelin. Australians still to come as we come back live. Shikolenko here, foul in her first throw. Menendez first throw was 63.76, second round 62.44. So we're right at the top here of the second round, and Joanna Stone with 64.68, which is superior to what she threw in Gothenburg to finish 5th, is in second position.
And Shikolenko, whose sister Natalia Shikolenko won this championship in 1995. This is Tachana, and she is currently at the bottom of the list after a foul on the first round. And there's a bit of a logjam up there near 64, 65 metres. It's a very popular spot to land, the 65-metre line.
It's going to be a very close competition. Felt that on the way into this competition with, as David said, 9 out of the top 10 girls making the final, which is unusual in itself in javelin, because normally you would expect more than that to throw badly in the qualifying and not even make the final.
So 63.76 for Shikolenko moves her into 6th position. Ingberg, the Finn, who's another one of the favourites, threw 64 metres 50. She's at the very bottom of the order, and she's in 3rd place at the moment. So it's Hattestad on 68.78 as we look at, I think that's Bissay.
Interesting words here from Damien Marsh, who sounds as if he's very hungry now. Hattestad well in front of the competition. Joanna Stone is second. This is her second throw.
She's got a big lead so far, just over 4 metres. And can she improve here? The world leader, and her opening throw indicating that she's come here for business.
And Hattestad amongst the top 10 in the world ever. In fact, she places 8th on that list. So she's a formidable opponent for Joanna Stone.
Well, world champion in 93, so she's been there before. Knows what it's like to stand on top of the dais at the highest level. Miss Gothenburg when she had a son.
So 63.32 still leading. Joanna Stone still second. We'll take a break. Back with more after that.
Hey, who's now put in a good performance in the long jump. And the distance there, sorry Bruce, is 7 metres 05, so she's in the lead.
Taking the lead from Xanthau. Well, here's Joanna Stone, who's still in second position. Nobody's made much of a move in front of her in the second round so far, but Hattestad leads at 68-78.
So Stone, who seeks to rediscover the form of the qualifying round.
Looks good.
It looks very good. It's over 65 and it's closer to 67. So Stone has come back well in round 2 after an opening throw of 64 metres 68, and she can certainly extend her margin over Inberg in the bronze medal position, and it's about 67 metres, I reckon.
Remembering her personal best set in the qualifying, 67.72.
It won't be 68.78.
It's better though, 68-16.
68.16, so a personal best for Stone, and she's right back in this competition.
Well, what a fantastic opening by the Australian. A very good opener. Look at her.
Well,
settle down, Joe. The
absolutely.
Competition is not over yet.
She really does need to go back now and just have a bit of mental rehearsal on how that one came to pass, and then think about how she can do it better in the next round. Here's Talia, who's currently in 11th place, and she is the second last thrower in the competition. A reminder that at the end of 3 rounds, they go from 12 to 8. And Talia's thrown 60-32. 8th place at the moment is Rantanen, who's the Olympic champion.
It's flat. I heard you on radio today, David, saying that if Stone throws 67-72, as we come to Xanthau, she'll get a medal for sure.
Grand Prix meet with her home crowd.
World champion in 1993. The mother has a record of underachieving in finals in the past, but it's become more solid recently.
It's very difficult, this event, if you start to get too tense and a little bit uptight, because it does rely upon being relaxed with a long arm.
So here's Hattestad in the first round. The main competition of Joanna Stone, and that is around 65. In fact, it's not. It's around 70.
69, I reckon, Dave. Something like that. Bissay's throw was 63-80 previously.
So Hattestad has opened up this competition in fine style. The Olympic bronze medalist. It was quite flat, and I wasn't quite sure exactly how far it was going to be, which is why I said 65 metres.
It did tend to sail along.
68-78, so that's a big throw for Hattestad.
Joanna Stone is second. This is her second throw.
She's got a big lead so far, just over 4 metres. And can she improve here? The world leader, and her opening throw indicating that she's come here for business.
And Hattestad amongst the top 10 in the world ever. In fact, she places 8th on that list. So she's a formidable opponent for Joanna Stone.
Well, world champion in 93, so she's been there before. Knows what it's like to stand on top of the dais at the highest level. Miss Gothenburg when she had a son.
64-90. Joanna's had 3 better than that.
And her throw of 68-16 would have taken the Olympic gold medal in Atlanta.
Now, can Hattestad improve her position? Well, I say improve, she's first, but can she stretch her lead over Stone? Because she must be uncomfortable. It's not much of a break at the moment.
Certainly not in this event. Anything under a metre is definitely reachable.
And about the same as Stone's. So it's over 65, perhaps just a fraction further. And Hattestad, who's had 10 starts for 10 wins in 1997, tries desperately to hang on to her lead.
Two throws left for each of the 8 competitors in the final. 66-32, so that's a good throw, but doesn't do anything for her, just like Joanna's 66-12.
And it's short of 65 metres, but she does win the gold medal. And Australia, with Joanna Stone repeating the performance of Louise McPaul in Atlanta, gets the silver medal with 2 personal bests in the competition And Louise will be very happy, and Joanna Stone will be absolutely delighted.
I doubt whether we've ever seen a better performance by any Australian field athlete in terms of the quality of that Stone effort, to be so good all the way through.
Tremendously consistent to be able to notch up PB after PB, even with the pressure there on the last throw.
If I'm right.
She's thrown 68-16, and from what we've seen, it's in a fantastic position.
3 PBs in a row too. Here's Zandvoort.
Now we're about to join the medal ceremony for the women's javelin. Joanna Stone, who was up here a short time ago, the silver medal with Trine Hattestad and Damaske of Germany, who came through on her last 2 throws. Joanna was so excited when she left us that she said, "Can I have another look at the what happened last night?" And she's been down with our friends who have worked so hard in the 7 network for the last couple of weeks, and has had another look, and now she comes on out. She hurt herself a bit in the warm-up yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah, she was saying that she hurt her elbow. She came through low with her elbow on one of her throws in the warm-up. So when she got out onto the track, she only had 1 throw and was icing in between throws in the final. So it makes you wonder, if she doesn't have a sore elbow, what she's going to do, doesn't it? It'd be the most amazing performance when we see an Australian woman over 70 metres. It's a real standard set in this event, and if we get somebody up over 70 metres, you can be sure we'll be getting a medal. She's very excited there. And she's, you know, this is her first major medal, which is unbelievable to think she's come through in such a grand way.
Come back for the medal ceremony. Live action here on 7 in Athens. Joanna Stone, Trine Hattestad, the great Norwegian who won the gold medal. Mother of 2 young boys, Trine. They were both back in the hotel room watching, and her husband was out here.
Bruce, I've got to get this one in. I've been trying to get this one in. That Joanna's really brought a new meaning to the term of Stone's throw. We're very happy with that, yeah.
No doubt about that. Hard to follow.
To win your first major medal in such fantastic fashion, that's what I think is so impressive about her performance.
Australian National Championships in 1996. Damaske, who was 3rd here, finished 1st, and Joanna finished 2nd back home about 18 months ago.
It's been interesting looking through at the Optus Grand Prix Athlete of the Year, and previously, if you have a look at the winners, a lot of them have gone on to be very competitive internationally. The list of the winners of that award almost reads like a who's who in Australian athletics, and she won it this year, and look where she's gone.
Gold medalist and world champion representing Norway. Trine Hattestad.
Great champion. Her 2nd world championship. She's had also a controversial career where she was out of the sport for a while and fought a drug ban and won it, and sued and got money, and here's our champion.
There'll be a big grin.
Joanna Stone.
And the German, Tanja Damaske. We've had 4 great throwers in recent years, and one before them in Petra Felker, but Renk, Nereus, Forkel and Damaske. It's been hard to get in the German team.
It's going to be hard to get in the Australian team too if you've got Louise McPaul and Joanna Stone taking out number 1 and 2 spots at the moment.
So what an achievement for Joanna, and what a platform now to build off as she works her way through major championships on the journey to Sydney in 2000.
And with the consistency that she showed, I know we're sort of harping on that, but the series of throws she had, I think I've only ever seen a silver medalist in any field event do something like that, which was Carl Lewis behind Mike Powell in 1991.
Yeah, so 4 throws last night over 68, and Joanna had 3 of them. So the gold medal for Norway, Hattestad silver for Australia, Stone and Damaske for Germany the bronze. Great moment for Joanna and for the Australian team here and for everybody back home. We're going to take a break from Athens. A lot of things happening here, and we'll keep you right up to date with them when we return. Welcome back. Joanna Stone, who last night, Athens time this morning, Australia won a silver medal in the javelin in a magnificent style. Joanna, it was a great competition, wasn't it?
It certainly was, yeah, it was awesome.
You've already featured on our program tonight at the original stadium where the first Olympics were, cheering home Steve.
Absolutely, yeah. We didn't get home, actually. We had quite a big night last night. We got home about 6 o'clock in the morning, just in time to say good luck, guys, and you know, hope you do well. Slept for 2 hours, got back up, and ran out to the marathon to cheer them on. It's
good being a world-class athlete. It brings on all that stamina. You can do all that sort of thing, can't you?
Oh, only just. Believe me, only just.
Last night's competition, Hattestad, who was the favourite going in, went before you and got away a really big one to start it off, didn't she? I mean, she set the standard with a 68 plus, 68.78.
Yeah, she did. She had an awesome first throw. I knew that she was capable of a big throw, and she often does her best throws on her first throws. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to look, to be honest, when I was out there, and when I heard the crowd roar, I thought, oh, geez, it's got to be a big one. And then, yeah, 68, I thought, wow, you know, it looks like she's got the competition won. Basically.
You'd thrown a personal best 2 days before of over 67 for the first time. So what did that do for you? I mean, obviously you've responded remarkably well, but did it do anything to the way you approached your competition from there on in? Yeah,
it did. Throwing a personal best in the qualifying round, you know, it was fantastic, but I thought to myself, oh, gee, you know, it's early. You know, I really needed to be throwing a PB in the final. So I was fairly cautious going into the final, just trying to keep relaxed and trying not to throw too hard, basically, and get all stressed out. So, you know, my first throw was 64 metres, and I was a little bit disappointed with my first, because my first throw is usually my best throw also. But, you know, 64 was a fairly good starter, and it put me in second position straight away. And from there on in, I just improved, which was great.
Jane Flemming, who's with us. Joanna always looked to be in the groove, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. In fact, Joe, tell us about how you were feeling actually on the day.
Extremely nervous, actually, for the final. All day I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just climbing the walls in the room, just wanted to get out there and throw. When I was out on the track, like, this is an extremely comfortable stadium. It was really, really easy to get focused and get into my zone. I just really felt at one with the javelin yesterday. It was just unbelievable.
We're at the second last throw. This is the one that we thought might have been. I mean, you're getting down to it. You've got 2 to go. Hattestad's got 2 to go. You're in the silver medal position at the moment, and you've got to 68.16, and you're trying to get to 68.78.
Yeah, this is the second last, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, look, this throw was basically just, you know, I was in second place, but I knew that there was at least 3 or 4 girls that were capable of throwing 68, 69 metres. So, you know, I really needed to be consistent. I really wanted to get one out over 68 metres, just to really show that, you know, basically to get into gold medal place and say, catch me if you can. So I put everything into it.
When it landed, what did you think?
Well, to be honest, it was really, really hard to see. From where we released the javelin, I couldn't see the 65 metre and the 70 metre mark. So I couldn't tell how far I was throwing. And it was basically, I had to gauge from the crowd, and all the Australians were sitting behind me and they could see how far it was going. So I just turned around and looked to them and try to get some sort of an indication from the crowd how far I'd thrown.
When you put the 2 up, was that second position or another personal best?
No, it was I'm still in second.
And this was the last one?
Yeah, the last throw. This was just a throw for gold.
It wasn't as good as... it was just short of your 5th. Did it feel the same as the 5th? Any different?
I was really, really focused on this throw. My 3rd, 4th and 5th throw, to be honest, I tended to lose my focus a little bit. Got a little bit wrapped up in just muscling it out there. Yeah, it's just an unbelievable throw. I haven't seen the coverage of it yet. This is great. This is great to see the coverage of it. But yeah, that throw was basically just, I knew I was in the silver medal position, and I wanted gold. I really, really wanted gold. I was that close. I thought, I've just got to give it everything. And it was great because all the competitors out there, the German you saw then, and Mikaela Ingberg, the Finnish competitor, they were all behind me. They all wanted me to get the goal.
You had such a fantastic series. I think that's probably why.
Yeah, I think you're right. And, you know, after Atlanta as well, I didn't make the final, and they all knew that I was so disappointed after Atlanta, so, yeah. Yeah, they were really, really supportive. Geez, this is just amazing watching this. It's giving me goosebumps.
And you've heard from Louise McPaul?
I did. When I got back to my hotel room last night, my first fax was from Louise McPaul back in Australia, just to say well done, and that she was thinking of me, and yeah, that had given her goosebumps.
Louise who got the silver medal on her last throw in Atlanta last year at the Olympics.
Oh, unbelievable.
The other Australian athletes here that have won medals have had a higher profile than you. Kathy Freeman is probably the highest profile athlete, and Steve and Tim, you're not as well known. I think it's going to change your life a little bit, what's happened here?
Oh, look, inevitably it will change my life a little. You know, sure, probably, you know, I'll be attending a few more functions, and, you know, and people are going to know my name and know me a little bit better now, but you know, I'm going to be training really hard now, so I'm going to change my life a fair bit as well. You know, leading up to 2000, you know, I'm going to make a lot of changes. You're in the police force. Will you be able to continue to work, do you think, with the stress of preparing for the Olympics in your own country? Yeah, sure. Yeah, the police are extremely supportive. They've been great over the last couple of years. It's going to be tough leading up to 2000, but you know, I know that they're going to be behind me, and you know, that's terrific. So you know, I'm really happy to work hand in hand with the police, and I love my career, and that's what it is. It is a career. It's not a job. So yeah, like, it'll work out. It will do. When do you go home? Steve said he's off, I think, on Tuesday, getting home on Wednesday night. Do you continue to compete in Europe, or are you going home? Well, I'm actually booked to go into Zurich and compete on Wednesday, and then Monte Carlo on Saturday. I'm still toying with the idea a little. I'd love to go home and see the family. So I haven't made any sure decisions yet, but it looks like I'm going to Zurich to compete there. And just finally, Joanna, you've been part of the most successful Australian team ever at a World Championships. We've got a gold, a silver and 2 bronze. That must be a pretty great feeling. It's fantastic. And to top it off as well, we've got a silver in the throws myself, a bronze in the distance, a gold in the sprints, and a bronze in the high jump. So like right across the field, like we've had 4 athletes that have done extremely well and come home with medals. There's been a few upsets along the way, you know, a few unfortunate upsets. Rowan Robinson was 6, Dean Brimacombe was 6, Nick Ahern in the walk tripped. So you know, I think over the next couple of years we're going to have a lot more medals. Well done. Brilliant performance. Congratulations. Thanks very much. Joanna Stone, silver medalist last night in the women's javelin. We're going to take a break, and competition's about to start here. We're in for a tremendous night over the next 3.5 hours.